Welcome to Baking Marathon Episode 1. So I'm mixing that up. I like the more wet ones. We don't have applesauce, the applesauce, because it's extra vegetable. Nope, where we will see me fail miserably. That is an absolute wreck. Somehow make good things still.
I think it's great. It is nice bread though, really nice.
And touch my face a bunch. Then wash my hands because it's important. Salt. That was a big no, okay? So I opened the side expecting it to be like the side where it has the little dots, but it was the big side. I put way too much salt in there. I can't tell the difference between the sugar and the salt. Even like, why does this always happen to me? Oh my gosh. What's up, guys? It's DJ.Do.Daddy and welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be me baking a bunch of things in quarantine, and so I would love for you guys to join along with me and bake while I bake. And tomorrow I'm going to be uploading another episode of the same thing except for with desserts. And this week we are doing more muffins and breads. So stay tuned for that, coming out tomorrow. These are designed to be super easy things that you have in your pantry. So I really hope that you try and bake something after this video, or if you don't, just enjoy me making a bunch of mistakes and making things that you could probably make better. But let's get into this.
You might want to turn that other set of lights on too. Right next to you.
The first thing you can bake are pumpkin muffins. We have these for breakfast a lot, and you can either put chocolate chips or cranberries in them or both. And I will have the recipe flowing through the screen right now so you can see all of the ingredients, but I will also have all the ingredients listed in the description if you want to bake along with me while I am here. Okay. Whoa, I just put a lot of allspice in there. It's alright. It's gonna be pretty spicy. Let's just put a little bit of nutmeg to balance out the flavor factor, and pumpkin pie spice. We are putting in the baking soda. Obviously, don't make the mistakes that I've probably made before, which is you mix up teaspoon or tablespoon, or you use baking powder instead of baking soda. Be careful. There's a giant chunk in there. This is what our bowl is looking like right now with the chunks of baking soda. Part of the ingredient is either water or orange juice, but we are going to substitute the water or orange juice for an additional tub of applesauce. So then that means we're using 4 tubs of applesauce, and this is our no sugar added applesauce. It doesn't taste good alone. Let's see if it'll plop. Nope, it didn't plop, but I did manage to get a little bit on the paper. Oops, yep. I'll just like wipe that off, I guess. It's okay. I've added all the applesauce, so we have a leaning tower of applesauce here. So in the original recipe, it was 3 cups of granulated sugar, but we cut that down to 2 cups of brown sugar. No. I have brown sugar all on me, and that is an absolute wreck. I did a good job cleaning that up, and I'm gonna be able to salvage all of this, although we did have to sacrifice some brown sugar because it fell on the ground and we can't use that. There goes the sugar. Arg, matey. I don't know why I just said that. We've got the pumpkin getting ready to go in here. This is fun for me though, like I honestly enjoy this. It's really satisfying for some reason. Put it in. That's Bella scratching on the door. I'll be right back. Okay, go on. Fine. So you wanted me to open the door so you could do that? Really? Yeah. Go on, that's right. Go on, come on. Oh, this is heavy. Here's what the mixture is looking like. And I put quite a lot of chocolate chips in there. I think that's why it's like literally so heavy. These are like reusable, so you know, we're saving turtles while we are doing this, don't worry. And I'm gonna use where is it? Ah, there it is. I'm gonna use an ice cream scoop to scoop out the mixture and place it into each little container. You thought we were getting into a time lapse there. Well, no, we were, but Bella is scratching at the door. Come on. Back to the time lapse because Bella is rude, but I mean, it's all good. I love her. Do you like pumpkin? Yeah. She likes pumpkin. We're done! And this made 36 whole entire cupcakes, and as you can tell, this makes a lot, so it's great because we know we're gonna like be here in quarantine for a while, so you might as well make a lot, and then you won't have to go back to the store to get more so that you can make another batch. So this is great for in quarantine. Okay, so it's 10:30 at night. Don't judge me. I've been like going to sleep a little later in quarantine, but I was about to go to sleep and I'm literally like leaving the kitchen and I just see this right in front of me and I'm like, man, my dad's pretty cool, right? Like, I'm not wrong. That was my pumpkin muffins, and that is like really easy for like bulk recipes that you will eat over your time in quarantine. But next, of course, we are going to be making something that can use up all the extra grocery supplies which you've got. So, you've most likely gone to the store and bought a bunch of bananas, and so today we can use those overripe bananas that you may think have gone bad in banana bread. That is the next recipe that we are going to be making today, and I got this recipe off of my mom's website. My mom just made this website on Google Sites, and it's like really simple, really easy, and it's just resources for parents and teachers. So if you're a student or if you're a parent that wants you to help your kids with their learning experience, you can go to our website. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to link it through YouTube, but if I can, then it'll be linked up there in the I button right now. So go click on that and you can go through that website and you can be able to find this recipe as well there. But if you can't access it, then I'm going to be leaving it in the description, so you can get the link to the website there, and then you should go under the miscellaneous section into ways to make bread, and you should find the recipe there. I'm having the ingredients flash over the screen right now, and so you can just follow them right there. I've moved locations and I have all my ingredients over to the right. So what I flashed across the screen just right then with all the ingredients was my interpretation of the recipe through my mom's website. So as you know, I change recipes a lot and I just make them to what we have in the kitchen and like what we don't have, so feel free to do that as well, but this is just what we have in our kitchen right now. And that was the same with the pumpkin muffin recipe. It was originally a little bit different, but we alter it to make it how we like. It originally said 2 ripe bananas, but we don't have ripe bananas. We literally have like 12 non-ripe bananas. So I'm just gonna use 3 non-ripe bananas, and then the rest of the stuff is all the same, but I'm not gonna add any vanilla extract, and instead of buttermilk, I'm gonna be using regular milk. First of all, we're putting in our flour. See the powders? I don't know if you can, but I can. Flour's in. Now let's get the sugar. Mash up our namelers. Wow, that's not ripe at all, but that's what we have to work with. Let me know if you guys liked that. I gotta get a spoon. It's banana number 2. Oh my gosh, I literally can't. There we go. The birds are being really loud right now. He's a big one. All right, we got banana number 3 here. This is probably really cringy right now because I can't open this banana. Oh, man, satisfaction to the next level. Does this freak anyone out? Is it just me? Wow, okay. Interesting. I'm gonna plonk you in there, and then I'm gonna use this little guy right here to further mash it up. It's like the bananas aren't ripe, so they're just giving off so much aroma. Like, I like bananas when they're like super, super green. Like honestly, like green, green, green. Yeah, I know that's debatable, but like, let me know, how do you like your bananas? Let me know in the I button. Let me know if you guys have buttermilk just lying around like in your kitchen, cause like who has that, buddy? Having a good time. Having a good time. I just put way too much, I realized. It's supposed to be 1 teaspoon, and I just put 2 of these in there. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's add a little bit of salt. And then our final ingredient we have canola oil. Oh yeah, that looks like a baby yolk right there. Am I like the only one who thinks that's such a baby yolk? We got the mashed banana in there, everything, and I'm gonna mix it now. My favorite fruit is bananas, apples, and grapefruit. So I guess that's not a favorite. If I had to pick one out of those, it would probably be grapefruit. I love grapefruit for some reason, and I literally eat one every single day in the morning for breakfast. You know how like when you have something like so many times it just gets old? Do you remember those like oatmeals with those dinosaur eggs? I think like this is what they looked like. You know, they just get tiring. That never happens to me with grapefruit. And this is really chunky still. I should have mashed the banana a little bit more. Like, see what I mean? It's like just really chunky. It's all the banana. I'm gonna try and fix this, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, I have smashed it a little bit more with this thing, and it seems to be a little bit smoother. I just have our loaf thing here, and I just sprayed it with Pam. Ooh, she's thick. Let's all cooperate. It's gonna be a party when you get in the pan. Yeah, it looks pretty nice there. I just literally put my finger right where there was a bunch of batter. I'm going to go put this in the oven now. My dad is about to take, like he's already taken a couple bites of the banana bread, but how do you think it is?
I think it's great. It has great banana taste and a good consistency and a nice texture.
Just gonna get up close there. Yeah. Next up, we are baking another muffin. Yay! But this time it's for the peanut butter lovers, so we're going to be making peanut butter muffins, and this is going to be from the official Skippy website, except for, as per usual, I love to change things, so that's what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to be only making a half batch, so that means I'm going to be splitting the entire recipe in half. The only problem that leaves is the original recipe only had 1 egg, and we're just going to keep it like that. Other than that, I am using chunky peanut butter, extra, super chunk peanut butter, and my brother is mowing the lawn right now. Got our bowl right there. As per usual, I'm having the exact recipe that I actually use over the screen right now. Something wet just fell on my foot. I'm really confused. Obviously, linked in the description will be the original recipe of like where I got it from. Wow, this lawnmower situation's really not helping, but hopefully it won't be too bad throughout this video. I know it's probably a pain. It stopped. Next, I have this packet of Raisin Bran where I got it at the hotel we were staying at when we just arrived here. They had these for breakfast in the, like, we need half a cup. This brings back memories though, because, you know, all they had for breakfast was like literally cereal and then these like muffins, except for only the chocolate muffins were good and like the other muffins were not good. So like it was really like a gamble. There's one. You guys like the noise of it? I used to like cereal, but now I don't. Do you guys like eat cereal in the morning? Because, I mean, let me know. Sugar. Yes, please. And as usual, we're just doing a little bit extra. Yippee. I feel like Americans have like an an insane thing for like just cinnamon as a spice, so I'm adding a bunch of other spices in here because that is life. But I've got the baking powder here and we're not even gonna measure it. That's right, I said it. Salt. That was a big no, okay? So I opened the side expecting it to be like the side where it has the little dots, but it was the big side. And I just full on, oh my gosh, I'm gonna show you guys. I put way too much salt in there. Look at this. All of that is salt. How do I get that out? Okay, this is an emergency. I have never had this emergency before, but I'm taking my scoop, and I'll just pour the salt in the sink. It'll clean the sink, it's all right. These are gonna be really salty, bro. I can't tell the difference between the sugar and the salt. If it's extra salty, we know why. Okay, enough of that. That'll go really well with the raisins from the Raisin Bran and everything. I'm just gonna do the whole packet because, you know, who cares at this point? I probably already ruined it. You know, like, I think I'm just off in the Netherlands, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because the Netherlands is pretty cool. I actually want to go there. Wow, we are, for some reason, really bright right now. Okay, I gotta fix that. Our last ingredient is the peanut butter, so I'm gonna come and do an up close for you guys. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Wow, that guy actually came out pretty nicely. I'm honestly surprised. I thought peanut butter was gonna like put up more of a fight. Okay, I used to like creamy peanut butter. Like I was insane. Like I just wanted creamy, but now I like chunky a lot more. I wouldn't even like, why does this always happen to me? Literally, I'm just trying to mix and that happens. All good, it's just chill. I literally went to like grab the sponge out to clean it, and the sponge was filled with salt. So that was a nice surprise. And man, this batter it smells like strongly of peanut butter. I'm spraying this with Pam because that's another way that you can save the environment. My dad wanted me to make this recipe, so I'm sorry, Dad, in advance if this doesn't turn out or if it's really salty. Found a piece of hair in the batter. I don't know if you can see that. That's really gross. So this did not make 12. It made 8, but that's fine. I'm just literally making these for my dad, so we don't need a lot. Before I put these in the oven, I'd just like to say so sorry to those who have like nut allergies, because I mean, you can replace the peanut butter with like lots of other stuff. You can do it with oats. You could make these spice muffins. They already had lots of spice in them, so that would be good. You could add extra oat bran. Anyways, I'm gonna stick these in the oven at 375 degrees for 15 minutes. Okay, so my dad's here. He's got the peanut butter muffin and he's ready to try it. Okay, go ahead. Is it good or bad?
Mmm. Lip smacking good.
Is it actually good?
Mmm.
Really?
Yeah, pretty good.
Okay, good. Next, obviously, since this is a bread and muffin episode, we're making bread. And I've never made bread before, but we're going to make bread today. So right here in this bowl, we have our starter. And my mom's made bread a lot, so she actually made this starter. If you want to make your own starter, I'll leave the link in the description below, but there's lots of other breads that you don't need to have a starter for. Today we have our starter, and my mom has fed it already, so basically you need to feed your starter like every week or so that it like can grow. I'm having what you feed your starter flow over the screen right now. So all I need to do is actually make the bread. This is just regular bread, so now I'm having all of the ingredients for the regular bread after you fed your starter flow over the screen, but we're actually gonna get started here. Oh yeah. Now I have some lukewarm water here, and I'm just gonna pour that in very slowly. You can't use any metal like spoons or anything when you're making bread, because it has something to do with it'll like affect the yeast or whatever. There's no yeast in here right now. It's just flour and water, but that is the next part. We have our fast-acting yeast that we're gonna put in there, but I don't think it's gonna get any more smooth than this. That's definitely not what you think of as smooth. Hey Mom, what's up? It's a good amount of salt right there. I've only used this once before, when I made Bienenstich for my German class last year, and that was actually, it kind of worked out and it was pretty cool. If you want to see a video where I just like show you guys all of like the videos that I've made for school, let me know, because that might be a fun video to make. It's a little bit weird, but I mean, that's what's happening. Our final ingredient is actually the starter, and so I'm just gonna pour a cup of that in here. Our bread is all nice and mixed. I added a lot more flour, but now if you look at it, it's like springy to the touch and kind of sticks to the edges, but not too much. I have a bowl here and I'm spraying it with Pam. And then I'm just gonna put my bread, here it is, and this will go in here and it'll rise. Put a cloth on top and then I'll get back to you after it has risen. Guys, it has been around like 2.5 hours and it's the moment of truth for our bread. See if it's risen. Oh, it rose, yes. I'm gonna dig my hands in here and just get a little piece out to mold. Now I've wrapped this little boy in some cling film with Pam, and I'm just gonna repeat this process because they're gonna rise in the oven and they'll rise in their second proof as well. These are our baguettes, and I accidentally made like the first one really big, but the other ones are pretty good size. Probably could have split this one in half, but this is what we have, and we're gonna let them sit with room apart from each other so that they can rise and grow. I have just preheated my oven to 210 degrees Celsius, which is like 475.
That's really hot.
Oh yeah, okay, it's at 420 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm gonna unravel these little guys. Put parchment paper onto these trays, and then I'm gonna stick them in the oven for 20 minutes after I unwrap them all. Hey Sam.
So.
I'm gonna put these in the oven for 20 minutes or until they're like slightly brown on top. We have a variety of different shapes and sizes, so some might take longer than others. Dad's gonna eat the bread. Is it like how Mom used to do it? Or different? Or bad? Or good?
It's not as sour as yours.
Not yet.
Not yet. No. It is nice bread though. Really nice bread. Would you like to try some?
Sure. It's good though. I like it.
It is good. It's very good. Well done.
Next, drum roll please, is... Come on Sam, you ruined the moment, man. Really, this man. I'm just kidding, it's all good. I don't even care. Is my own cookies. They're chocolate chip. I'm just going to be trying to make cookies without using a recipe, and I've done lots of these videos. So they'll probably be popping up in the I button right now. Go click on those videos. I made cookies without a recipe once, and I made cupcakes without a recipe once. Those are really fun videos, so I'm going to be doing that now. But I would also highly recommend that you try this yourself as well, because
What?
He's back.
Other people live here too.
It's just really fun to make your own recipe, and when you make something that tastes good and it's your own complete creation and you didn't have to like have anyone's help or anything, it just feels so good. And since you're bored anyways, you might as well just try it. But I'm having the recipe that I used flash over the screen right now for my chocolate chip cookies. They're like gonna be oatmeal chocolate chip. I don't know if that matters, but yeah. I've got a bunch of ingredients like right in front of me there. So with our oats, I think. Oh my gosh, our drawer is stuck. Oh, I fixed it. All good, safety first, guys. Next, I'm gonna use some flour. Hate it when it happens. You just open the flour and a bunch just comes off the side. That's like half of the half cup. Next, we gotta get our pinch of salt. I'll make sure I use the right side this time. And I'm gonna put it into my hand first so I can see. Again, we're gonna be risky and we're just not even gonna measure the baking soda. I'm gonna say we need 2 eggs. 3, 2, 1. Blast off! It's gonna be fun when you get in the bowl. I don't know why I'm talking to eggs, but apparently that's a new thing. Crackle-lackin'. Crackle, snap, pop. Rice Krispies. Can't forget the sugar. I almost did. That's not a joke. I'm going to be using around like a fourth a cup of milk. I know that most cookie recipes have butter, but I was thinking since I have the oats, I think it would be better if I did oil. So we're taking a risk, but that's what's fun about life. So we're just gonna put some white chocolate chips in there because we can. We got our milk chocolate chips. I feel like I'm gonna totally break this. So yeah, we're not gonna do that for once. I'm gonna be responsible. Use scissors, kids. Oh, these are minis. Wow. This is before the mixture. I'd say this will probably make like 6 cookies. That's good by me. And then like, if we like the recipe, like you can always double it. I've mixed the batter up and this is what it looks like, but it just looks way too liquidy. Like, I don't know if you can tell. It just needs more dry ingredients. Just for the record, I added about an extra 3/4 a cup of flour and an extra 1 cup of oats. Just the color off the M&Ms is coming off into the batter. Scooped out all my cookies. I have 2 pans here, and this made 9 total, but I did make my cookies pretty big, and I hope they don't spread a lot because I kind of put them close together, and I have this really big tin with only 2 cookies on it. Don't ask why I did that. But I'm gonna bake these at 350 degrees for 15 minutes. So my brother is about to try the cookie. He's got one here and they should still be like slightly warm. They came out the oven a little while ago. So you ready? He's inspecting it. I want to see if this is a success. Does it taste bad?
No, it's pretty good.
Wait, really? Yeah!
It's more like doughy on the inside.
It tastes like bread.
No, it's not like bread.
Well, it was a good first try since I like came up with this recipe myself, but hope Sam enjoys the cookie. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I do try to upload a new video every single week, but in this case, I'm uploading another video tomorrow where I'm going to be baking a bunch of desserts, and it's just as much failure, just as much laughter, just as much crazy dancing. And so please stay tuned and watch that video, and I will see you guys then. Go bake something. Bye! Okay. So like this can be okay. Let's scoop out all the guts that are in there. Look at that clean can, boys and girls. So heavy. It's probably like actually 5 pounds to be honest. She thinks she's allowed outside 24/7 now. What is this? Wow. Like it's a straight banana. Probably should have put that in earlier. Most unsatisfying egg crack ever. That was really disappointing. Someone could have done a better job than, but like I know there's a gang out there who like really love peanut butter. Like, I mean, I'm one of those people. I'm not gonna make a super big batch because if this fails, then I don't want it to be staring me in the face for months. Maybe I'll just do a little extra for fun. And as per usual, Pam is life. Not doubting. Just kidding. And we're dripping down the side of the bowl.